In the studio, I'm joined by the journalist Nabila Ramdani, who specialises in the Middle East and North Africa. And NATO's under pressure here, isn't it?
Well, very much so. I think your correspondence report, Jeremy Bowen's reports, makes it is quite unambiguous, in fact, as to NATO's involvement. It concludes that it's very unlikely that this is a staged propaganda coup by the Gaddafi regime. And I think the very fact that NATO is now urgently carrying out an investigation sounds very ominous to me. But I think what we have to bear in mind in all this is that NATO has already hit residential areas in the past, that in any military conflict it's inevitable that there is civilian casualties, however precise the technology can be nowadays. And more crucially, NATO has already injured and indeed killed armed rebels in so-called fire-friendly incidents. And one should note the appalling use of jargon there. There's of course nothing friendly about the death of people.
I suppose it does highlight just how difficult this type of operation is.
Well, indeed, and it also highlights the very difficult role and indeed objective of NATO in all this. Let's not forget that NATO went to war against Libya to prevent the killing of innocent civilians in Benghazi, and people are now wondering what seems to be the killing of innocent people in Tripoli got to do with NATO's mission. So, and one shouldn't underestimate the effect this will have in the Arab world. The sight of terrified Arabs pulling up rubbles to search for loved one is undoubtedly going to trigger fear and indeed anger to communities, will bring anger to communities throughout the Arab world.
What do you make of some of the comments that Jeremy Bowen was getting there in Tripoli from people coming up to him as they were taken to this incident and talking to him quietly, but talking to him about the fact that they would like to see Colonel Gaddafi gone? Are you surprised that's happening in Tripoli?
No, I think we shouldn't be surprised to hear from people, even in Tripoli, that they of course would like to see Colonel Gaddafi go, that of course they are the ones who have been suffering from Colonel Gaddafi's nasty regime for over 40 years now. But there's also a feeling that this should be done by the Libyan people, and Western intervention, as we've seen last night, is unlikely to bring support to NATO. If anything, the West is now being demonized.
Okay, Nabila Ramdani, thank you.